Advocates are attributing an alarming increase in domestic violence in Hindu and Sikh communities to myriad factors, including the influence of ancient texts which relegate women to inferior status, a reluctance by clergy to even raise the subject of family violence, and Australia's failure to outlaw dowry abuse. This feature is part of an ongoing investigation by ABC News edited by Julia Bett and Hayley Gleason into religion and domestic violence. Other articles in this series have examined Islam, mainstream Protestant denominations, the Catholic Church, and Christian clergy wives. Just 6 weeks after her grand Hindu wedding in India, Priya found herself locked in a Sydney house from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. while her new husband was at work. "I didn't even know the name of my street," Priya told ABC News. Nor did she know what work her husband did or how much he was paid. Her wealthy father had given her a large dowry, which included gold and property in India. Priya was a human relations professional, who in keeping with custom, had agreed to an arranged marriage. The property in India was in her name, but when her husband demanded she transfer registration to him, she refused. "He started hitting me, abusing me. He said he needed those property papers. Slowly I came to understand that he was interested in my properties and my money and he needed a beautiful wife, that's it," she said. Her husband, who had Australian citizenship and lived in Sydney, would not explain why he had obtained a visitor's visa for her, rather than a spouse visa, nor why he had claimed to have a master's degree when he had a diploma. Shame prevented Priya from revealing her plight when her husband gave her a laptop with internet access, allowing her to speak daily with Indian friends and family. "In our Indian culture, once you get married you don't want to stay in your mum and dad's place. You stay with your husband," she said. When Priya discovered her husband was being paid $18 hourly, she gathered her courage, and got a better paid job herself with a multinational company by applying online. Her husband demanded that she ask her father for $20,000 to pay for a spouse visa. A quick internet check revealed the cost was much lower. She refused. The stigma of returning to India after a failed marriage seemed impossible within her Hindu culture. "There are so many questions on a girl's head," she said. She recoiled from the thought of telling her parents because she didn't want to make them unhappy. "Dads can give us a brave courage, but I did tell about my heart melting," she said. Her husband beat her again over her refusal to ask for $20,000, then sent Priya back to India, while he stayed in Sydney. As is expected of a wife, she had to live with her husband's family. Her parents-in-law also beat her, she said. She fled back to Sydney and was again met with her husband's violence. One day, he demanded to know again why she would not transfer her dowry to him. He hit her so hard she fell over. "He kicked me in the stomach and I fainted. When I opened my eyes I could see 2 people with a blue dress beside me," she said.